I would like to thank Craig Jerry for sending me this story. If there was ever a woman who did not deserve the title of Mother of the Year, it would go to this woman by the name of Lovely Jonhson. And trust me, her name does not fit what she did to her child at all. She's far from a lovely person. So she's 23 years old, and she has pretty much been charged with the death of her toddler. How did her toddler die in her care? You want to know? She left her child in the car seat for days, and she just died in the seat, most likely from starvation. And the alibi that Lovely Jonhson came up with is that she was too busy. I'm going to go ahead and read this article and wait till you find out what she was busy doing, to the point where she completely neglected her child, leading to her child's death. Lovely Jonhson allegedly left her 6-month-old son alone in a car seat in a hot room for days while she smoked weed with friends and ran errands. That's what she was busy doing. She was busy having too much fun with her friends. Now it says in a hot car, so you can clearly tell that even though it's February and this story is coming out now, that this happened over the summertime. By the time the 23-year-old woman grew concerned that the boy was unresponsive and called a friend for help, officials say the infant was dead and already in an advanced state of decomposition. That means he was in there for a while. The gruesome case is gaining national attention this week as Jonhson is in court facing murder charges. As the Miami Herald reported, police and medical examiners have testified about the several days last July that Jonhson is accused of leaving her son Noah alone in a room that had no air conditioning. Police said it was over 90 degrees when they entered later the woman's apartment. Officials testified that Lovely Jonhson left Noah alone for most of July 17th, only going in to feed the baby a bottle, but not taking him out of the car seat or changing his diaper. She was gone all the next day and night as she smoked weed with friends and ran errands. Her words were this: "I was just too busy," said Detective Robert Meredith. When Lovely Jonhson returned to her apartment the following day, she once again smoked with friends before finally checking on her son, who at that point was not breathing. Jonhson called a friend, Harry Woods, who helped look after the boy. Woods took them to the hospital. Court documents show that the boy had a bloated stomach and blood on his genitals and buttocks from the filthy diaper. The boy's body had what was described as a strong foul odor, and doctors quickly realized that he had been dead for some time. This woman was so high that she didn't even know how long her son was dead. Noah's body was in advanced stages of decomposition. Despite the baby's obviously dire condition, Lovely Jonhson did not seem concerned when she met with the friend to take them to the hospital. As MLive.com reported, Wood said Jonhson did not seem rushed and failed to tell him at first that the baby was not breathing. She did complain about being a single mother and said she was stressed to the edge. Woods testified. Let me continue. Hold on. So she's basically blaming herself, blaming being a single mother as to the reason why her son is dead. See, I know which direction she was trying to head with this, but that's not going to fly. She's a neglectful individual. The child died in her care because she was being irresponsible. Lovely Jonhson faces a charge of murder in the infant boy's death. Good, and I hope the charges stick. Send her ass up the river and let them deal with her. And hopefully she gets a very long prison sentence, because this could have been avoided. And like I said to many other people, if it's other people out in this world who can't have kids or don't have kids, who would like to have kids, that child could have been in someone else's care. She's 23 years old. The child is only 6 months. So depending on when her birthday fell, she probably had the baby when she was 22. See, the thing is, she was too young and too immature to have a child, and she wanted to still live out her youth. Well, she should have thought about that before she laid on her back and decided to let a guy impregnate her. And the fact that she said that she was a single mother stressed on the edge, I wonder if she even, in the way that she lived her life, I wonder if she even knew who her child's father was. Yes, I went there with that. She's an irresponsible, neglectful individual. I was ready to say something else, but I'm going to tone it down a little bit. but y'all can pretty much imagine what I was going to say. A child is dead because she wanted to have fun because she was too busy. Busy being an idiot. And based on her friend's testimony, it sounded like she didn't even care. Apparently, the child was holding her back from doing what she wanted to do. If you really read between the lines, she didn't want to have that child. If she didn't want to have the child, two things she could have did. One, use protection. Or two, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, as reckless as she is, I'm surprised she didn't go ahead and get an abortion. But she probably figured she could collect something. That something being maybe, I don't know, child support, or maybe getting some kind of assistance from the state. But all in all, she probably felt that the child was slowing her down. Like I said, she's 23 years old, single mother. She's still young. She hasn't gotten partying clearly out of her system. And the child was holding her back from doing that. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments.